Two-dimensional motion, circular motion, web-assigned problem number, this would be number 8. Number 8, okay. And we have a platform with two spinny objects. I'll just draw the two circles. We've got a pole here in the middle, and you're attaching a string to mass M1, and another line, the same line, in the same line goes to M2. And there's a certain, they give you a frequency because there's a certain number of revolutions per second. A revolution is all the way around the circle. That's a cycle per second. That's the frequency, is number of revolutions per second. Then period is 1 over frequency. So that's background information. You've got the numbers for your frequency, and you can invert it to get the period. Now to get the tension, call this T1 and T2. Actually, I'd like to just look at the big picture. The big picture is T1 is the tension that provides the centripetal force for M1 and for M2. T2 is simpler. It's just providing the centripetal force for M2. So let's look at T2. T2, question mark? Well, basically, it is Fc, centripetal force number 2, which is M2, 4 pi squared R2. I can put that in here. There's R1, and this is R2. This might be pretty obvious. M 4 pi squared R over T squared. Remembering the T comes from this, 1 over F. All right, so there it is. You can just plug all the numbers in. Now as far as what do we do with T1? For T1, it's the addition. So T1 is equal to basically the centripetal force, Fc1 plus Fc2. So that's just equal to M1 4 pi squared R1 over T squared, and then plus, I'll just go ahead and say Fc2, this. Okay, so T1 has got two jobs. It's got to provide the centripetal force for mass 1 and provide the centripetal force for mass 2, which is really being provided by T2. So basically you're just adding the tension number 2 to the tension number 1, I'm sorry, to the centripetal force for number 1 to get tension number 1. Tension 1 is doing the job of providing the centripetal force for both. So it's the centripetal force of mass 1 plus tension number 2. So hopefully I didn't just confuse things, but there it is. You can plug all the numbers in as appropriate. Have fun with that.